Hi, welcome back to My Sister's House TV. My name is Asia, your host. Before we get into today's video, make sure you subscribe and hit that notification button so you never miss a video. Okay, so today's video is about me and my locks and the process of having locks during basic training. I got a lot of comments on some of my videos and some DMs on Instagram about how I maintained my locks while I was in basic training and like what I experienced in basic training because of my locks. So here's the video. So in short, having locks is pretty easy. Like, it's a part of the AFI. Like, you can have locks. It is a part, it's regulation for me to be able to have locks. Like, it's not out of regulation, so I didn't have to do anything special, but it definitely was a process. It was totally different than what other girls had to do. Like, most of the girls that you're going to encounter in basic training are able to just slick their hair back in a ponytail and just go about their day, and they're just worried about like stray hairs here and there. But with locks, it's a little different because, as you know, you can't just always throw locks into a ponytail. So my hair is in layers, right? So like, if I put my hair in a ponytail, like, I have these little ones right here that just like stick out. Okay, so what I had to do a lot of times whenever I was doing a ponytail was either do a middle part ponytail and then put a whole bunch of like blonde bobby pins in my hair, or I would put my hair in like a side part, right? And I would like swoop my hair, because you can have a little swoop. I swoop my hair to the side and I would like just pin it back, or pin it into like a little bun or something like that, so that way none of my little short locks on the side was poking out. And then I would keep my hair like that for like 2 or 3 days at a time. So that was mostly the style that I used. But when I first got there, I definitely had a style. So whenever I came to basic training, I had my hair put into, like, I had went to my loctician and she did my hair for me. So I had my hair, how did I have my hair? I think I had it in like, what is it called? Like the barrel twist or whatever, like down. I'll probably just like post a picture on here or whatever, so you can see what my hair was like when I went to basic training. But yeah, I had my hair like twisted back into a bun, and then I wore that for like a solid 2 weeks. And then one day we had to do like army crawls through the friggin' sand, and I got sand everywhere, like all of my hair and stuff. So I ended up having to take my hair down and wash my hair, which you're gonna want to do, honestly. Like, you want to come in with a fresh retwist so your hair lasts a long time, but you're going to be doing so much working out, so much walking around, so much marching. You're going to be sweaty, like, regardless of the time that you're there. And I went in the summertime, so like, I was hot all the time. So my hair was sweaty, I was sweaty, my hair started to smell bad. So I ended up having to wash my hair like 2 weeks in, or at least just like rinse it, and the style was gone. So don't be too attached to the hairstyles you get. And that's what anybody does. If you got like box braids, if you put your hair in like a bun, if you wear a wig, I would not recommend that. But if you wear a wig or a sew-in, would not recommend that either. Don't get attached to the style, because it's probably going to come out like within like 2 or 3 weeks, because your hair is going to get so dirty. You're going to need to wash your hair at some point. So when I washed my hair, since I had got a fresh retwist like 2 weeks later, that retwist was gone. Like, I had like little afro hair like in the front, and I ended up having to basically just like slick my hair back. Like, I came to basic training with all of my products, so that's the number one thing. Make sure you come to basic training with all your products. Make sure that you come with your clips, your combs, your gel, your lock gel, your edge control, all that stuff. Like, whatever you need, spray bottle, shampoo, conditioner. Bring all of your own specific stuff to basic training, because you might not find it at the mini mall or the commissary. Like, you need to make sure that like you have your stuff. And then also, you don't want to wait for your mama to have to send it to you, or whoever to send it to you, and it's gonna take them like 2 or 3 weeks to get it. By the time you get some stuff, you might be about to graduate. Like, that was my experience. Like, some of the stuff that I asked for, I never got. So make sure you come with it. And you can keep that kind of stuff in your suitcase or your luggage, and they'll let you go in there like throughout basic training. So I always had like all of my products that I needed to do my hair, and I would do them on my EC shift. So EC is entry control. So it's basically like your security shift. And even if you're not Air Force, like, all branches have some form of security shift, whether it be fire guard or whatever it is that y'all call it in the Marines or the Army or whatever. So when I was on EC and I had EC at like 2 to 4, I'll be sitting up there and I'll be doing my hair. I don't know if that was something I could have or should have been doing, but that was the only time I had to do my hair. Like, you get 10 minutes to shower, get dressed, get your whole life together, and be ready to go out the door. So I did not have time to retwist my hair, which would take like 2-3 hours. But I did have it when I was on EC, when it was 2 to 4 in the morning, or 4 to 6 in the morning, when nothing was happening and we wasn't getting smoked or nothing. So I would do my hair then, because on Sundays sometimes if you have like nice NTIs like we did, or I should say gracious NTIs, they might give you like some time on Sunday to do your hair, but it might not be the type of time you think. Like, they'll give you like 45 minutes or an hour, but everybody who got any kind of like textured or ethnic hair know that 45 minutes is not a lot of time to like really get your hair back together. So that's when I did my hair. Like, even graduation, like the day before graduation, like I had a EC shift from 4 to 6, so like I did not sleep like pretty much at all the day before graduation. I did my hair from 4 to 6. I woke up, got ready for graduation, and that was that. Like, that's just how I used to do my hair. So my recommendations would be to, one, make sure that you have all of your products. Like, bring everything that you usually use. If you don't know how to retwist your hair, please spend the time before you go to basic training learning how to retwist your own hair. 2, make sure that you are that you come with a style, like come with a retwist when you come, so that way at least the first 2 weeks you can like get in a routine and a habit to figure out like what you're doing, so you don't have to focus on like having to do your hair for a couple weeks. You can just put your little bonnet on and your scarf on and then roll out of bed the next day and worry about other stuff. Then also just like be prepared to like lose that style, because your hair is not gonna last probably. So you just gotta be like, this is not the time where your hair is gonna grow the most. Like, I ain't gonna lie, my hair grew, but like this is not, you shouldn't be focusing on that. You should focus on like just trying to get your hair done in the time that you can, the time that you're allowed to. Like, you gotta find time. And then if your hair get messed up, you get messed up. Like, I will say that I had, again, some gracious NTIs that let me go to the salon while I was in basic training. Now that is something that is like unheard of. Like, nobody goes to the salon. I ain't never heard nobody going to the salon during basic training, but an NTI told me that when I was there. She was like, if your hair out, because my hair was like blonde, like all the way blonde to the root. She was like, if your hair like grows out and it's out of regulation, you got to go to the salon and go get it fixed. And I was thinking that I was going to have to go to the salon that the boys go to when they get their hair shaved off, and I was like, I don't want nobody having to do my hair like that, like having to do my color. Like, I'd be bald if I had let some of these non-ethnic people do my hair. Like, I ain't trying to do that. So one day we had Base Liberty, which is like week 3, week 4, something like that. We had Base Liberty, which is like when you get to basically just go around the base and like do what you want to do. So I went to the mini mall because I wanted Burger King, because I hadn't had no like fast food, no nothing. I wanted a burger and I wanted a shake. And when I went in there was a salon in there, and there was this black girl that had locks, and she was doing the hair. So I was like, you do locks, girl? She was like, yeah. I was like, you do color? Because her hair was colored. And she was like, yeah. So I went ahead and I made an appointment. I didn't ask my MTIs or nothing. I just made the appointment. And I went to my MTI as soon as I got back from Base Liberty, and I was like, sir, training field sports disorder. I made this appointment for my hair. My hair's out of regulation. I don't want to get in trouble, blah, blah. And he was like, okay, when is it? And I told him when it was, because you have your schedule, like you know what you're doing that week. And I told him when it was. It didn't conflict with anything. So I went to the hair salon and I got my hair done. I was gone for like 4 hours. Me and another girl. It was another girl in my dorm that had locks. So she came with me. We both got our hair retwisted and we came back. But the nature of basic training is 2 days later, we had to get back in the sand pit and do some more crawls. So I ended up ruining my hair anyway, but at least it was done. Like, I knew what to do. So another thing too is just like asking your TIs if you can go to the salon. I wouldn't ask them like the first week, but like if your hair is colored, I would say that if your hair is out of regulation, or it's hard for you to keep your hair in regulation, because like I couldn't keep my hair neat and clean without a retwist. Like, I just couldn't slick my hair back. It just wasn't, I was looking raggedy. And a lot of times you go look raggedy, but they expect you to be, you know, together in 10 minutes. So I would say bring a spray bottle, bring your slick, bring your gel, bring your brush, your comb, your clips, all that stuff. Bring a, I had a do-rag, I still got a do-rag, some bonnet, all that stuff. And I used all the space in my security drawer that I could because I needed it. So yeah, having locks in basic training isn't hard, it's different. But I will also say that you have to like advocate for yourself, because there's going to be some people who are not going to understand like why you need more time for your hair, why your hair is different. Like there's going to be a lot of people that are going to, I don't know how to frame this, but it's going to be some people who might not understand how your hair journey is different than theirs and why you might need some different time or some special attention when it comes to your hair. But you do. And I hope that you have MTIs like I had who were understanding of that and who allowed you to have the time or the like space to be able to get your hair together, because it's a very important thing when you're basic training. Like you'll get called out, you'll get smoked, you'll get a 341 pulled because your hair is not together. And it's kind of unfair because your hair is different. Like if you have any kind of texture hair, your hair is going to be harder to deal with. So is it possible to go through basic training with locks? Yes. Is it different? Yes. I'm not going to say it's harder, but I'm going to say that it's different. You just have to figure out like how to figure things out. And it's going to be some microaggressions of people asking you, how does your hair look like that? Let me stop. It's going to be some people with some microaggressions. They're going to be asking you questions about your hair, how you maintain your hair, how you do this, how you do that. And you just have to figure out a way to eloquently talk to them and explain to them, or even tell them, you know, like, it's not really my job to explain to you like why I do what I do or how I am. Like I just am. Like I don't ask you why your hair is like how it is. Like you just have to find the words to tactfully say those things. But I will say, like, don't avoid locks or try to like hide your locks in basic training. I do know a girl who like she was in a different flight and she like wore a wig instead of her locks, and like a wig is just like the worst thing you can do. I mean, I guess you could take it off, I don't know, but like would you want to be crawling through a sand pit or doing some kind of drill and your wig fall off in front of everybody? No. So I would avoid that. But that is my experience with locks in the military. I definitely will give you a update on that, maybe a tech school version of this since you have more time to do your hair. And then also I'll probably be doing like a tech school dorm tour, like what my room looks like. So if that's something you want to do, make sure you comment below. Also, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell if you want to see more videos. Bye. Thanks for watching.